Hello, hello, hello. I'm back. It is Beeping Deeply, episode 6, entitled "We Need to Talk About IDM." With me via Skype from London is my good mate Danesh, aka Dandadude.
Yeah, that's my internet name, I guess.
Yeah.
And
if you're hacking or something, I'm joking. You don't do that, do you?
Just yeah.
Your handle, I think that's the word, isn't it?
Is that the word? I guess
that's the word for when people were on the radios, the old-timey radios. I don't know if it passed over onto the internet.
I haven't heard that before, so yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll take that. Yeah, I mean, my MC name was kind of a joke because, also, known as Damage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're on a track, aren't we?
Because obviously we've got that track we've made together, and I'm MC Damage, but it's kind of a joke because people couldn't pronounce Danish, and a couple people I know was like, you're Damage. I was like, no, it's Danish. So I said, well, I'll take that as a name. You can, that can be my hip hop name.
Oh mate, it's a great hip hop name. That's also, let me just mention, that is a track called Collateral Damage, which is on what's it?
Ironically, Damage.
Yeah, exactly. It's on my first album, Submerged. Deep in Beeper. So check me out, deepinbeeper.co.uk if you want, and Danesh and everyone else who's on it.
I hadn't thought of that before though. Damage MCing on Collateral Damage.
Yeah, no, it works. In fact, weirdly, I don't think I've fully appreciated that either until just now. But it was, your writing was on point. I love that track. It's really good.
Yeah, still need to repeat that. I need to get into the writing. I know that you've been indulging in writing. You've got sci-fi.
Yeah, innit? Book.
You could put a little plug for your
plug it. Well, I'm not going to plug it fully yet because I don't know when it's coming out. I don't know where it'll be, and I haven't made. We're planning an audio book, but it's a plug into the general brain verse of people. Like, it is there. It's coming. It's hype. That's what it is.
Okay. Yeah. So anticipation. Keep logging in. Keep it tuned into.
Keep mainlining Deep and Beeper and 5D, man, into your brain.
Yeah, find out. Yeah.
So what was one other thing I was going to... Oh yeah, so quickly before we start, Dandadude, the other name of yours. Yeah, it was funny. It's a funny little thing. It used to be on Spotify in the top corner of my friend activity, and I was like, for years, I was like, who the hell's Dandadude? I never knew, and I thought it'd be someone called Dan, and it didn't occur to me it was Danesh, which was pretty stupid. You know how those things sometimes don't occur to you straight away? You're just like, what? And then you later on you realise it, and you're like, oh, how did I not notice that?
Yeah, and I didn't come up with that name either. Again, a joke from someone else. Was like, I couldn't think of a name.
Cool. That's what
use the name.
I was like, whoever that guy is, he's cool. Whether
he's a dude, Dan, and he's a dude.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
A bit arrogant of me.
If he does say so himself. Yeah. All right, well, let's run the chat, man. I'm going to start. It's my first. I'm going to start first. Because we need to talk about IDM. We'll talk about a bit about the name of IDM actually.
Later. One thing I also add before we start, just general thing about the, the name Intelligent Dance Music is, it's not very much. It's a bit arrogant.
Well, yeah, no. Do you know what? I will have to just mention this. I totally agree with you and Aphex Twin on that one. I think it's not a great name, and it's just because it's not a great name. I see exactly what he's saying and people think, but it just umbrellerizes the sort of sounds though. It's helpful because it's like everyone knows what you mean. Whereas if you start,
exactly, it's like just a name that's got stuck now.
Yeah, it's just stuck, and I don't think it's like. Yeah. Anyway, I know. I agree with you on that one. And Aphex he was the one who said that, wasn't he? Originally, and he's right. Anyway,
out there music, create.
Yeah. OTM. Yeah, maybe we should do that from now on. It's called OTM. Out there music.
Out there music.
That'd be cool, man. That's great. I hope that catches on. And,
OTM and OTM.
OTM. Well, from now on, yeah. I mean, this is actually already written up as IDM. From next time I have to write up the name of one, I'm going to call it OTM. We've invented that, mate. We've officially invented it. Anyway, so first track coming up, because that was a lot of banter.
And more banter coming up.
But
bit more information, actually.
Oh, yeah, cool. You want information. We all want that, especially about music we're into, yeah. I like to hear your information, Danish, because you say you don't know anything about it, but you just come out with all these gems of, like, fucking trivia, and, like, I'm blowing my mind, actually. So, right, here we go. The next, I'm going to fucking force the track upon people now. It's DMX Crew, Shell Game. Here we go. This is the track. Yes, that is lovely. Don't you like that? Did you like that?
I liked it, yeah. I hope the audience did.
Yeah, no, it's nice, isn't it? It's just sort of synth. It's got a very nice quality to the synth noise. Anyway, moving swiftly on, I'll let you introduce the next choice. It's your choice, and you want to tell us some stuff about it. So yeah, over to you, Dan.
Yeah, just a little bit of trivia, really. I just thought the significance of this track is, well, it's part of the GeoGaddy album, which is Boards of Canada out. It's actually the first Boards of Canada album that I ever got. Oh, cool. And I was like, wow, this is the weirdest thing I ever heard. And I was like, I was blown away by how different and weird, and you know, the whole nostalgic feel to it, you know, the past in the present, that whole idea. And then, you know, I was to learn there was so much more depth to it in terms of, you know, the meaning behind it. There's the numerology, the significance of the numbers. And
you actually told me about a lot of this stuff I wasn't fully aware of. I mean, I knew how I felt about it, and I loved it. It was very cutting edge and different, but simultaneously nostalgic. But all the numerology and stuff, you told me about that.
Yeah, and the reason I was thinking it's significant for me right now is because I was talking to you the other day about, I've just got into this kind of through the lockdown, I thought of I've got into kind of esoteric kind of stuff, and basically been inspired by Robert Anton Wilson, and he did that book Cosmic Trigger and a bunch of other stuff, and he explores all this weird world of all these different, the occult and psychedelics, and you know, really out there stuff, connected out there, there's something I discovered. He talks about the number 23, and that coming up a lot in all his life, so the synchronicity of number 23. And actually this album, GeoGaddy, the album contains 23 tracks which may relate to the 23 enigma, a belief that all events are connected to the number 23. The belief is held by many who practice Discordianism, philosophy centered around the principle of that disorder is just as necessary as order. The Illuminatus trilogy makes heavy use of many Discordian themes. and this is on the Bok Page's website. And yeah, the Illuminatus trilogy, another Robert Anton Wilson novel. So yeah, they have the 23 connection there.
Deep.
And yeah, the GeoGadi, Geo is taken from the Greek word for ground or earth. And Gadi is the name of a nomadic Hindu tribe from Himachal Pradesh in northwestern India.
No way.
Yeah, and Gad is a biblical name belonging to one of the tribes of Israel, a son of Jacob and prophet David. Yeah, it's heavy, and there's deep meanings in here.
It's good to do that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's nice when that happens in music. It's not obviously entirely necessary, but it's very interesting. Like, people want to go deeper into stuff. A lot of people do want to go deep and peel back layers and research and deep dive into more than just music, like a whole vibe, that because it communicates what people, stuff about the artist. A lot of it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So what track is it?
It's Sunshine Caller. So again, I love I mean, there's so many elements. What was kind of that I love, but I love the choppy sounds, the lyrics when the words come up. And it's actually another thing I learned was that the telephasic, which is on the.
You cut out there. You cut out telephasic workshop. Is what you said. Go on.
Yeah, the telephasic workshop is another track I was going to choose, and that's off Music Has the Right to Children. Yeah. But yeah, telephasic workshop I discovered. Well, actually, there's a version on All Tomorrow's Parties, which was Balls of Canada played live, and it's on YouTube. Cool. And they never really play live. And there was a recording of All Tomorrow's Parties, and they played this track, Sunshine Recorder. And someone mentioned that the telephasic workshop was actually cut into the end of this the track where the words are skipping, like David, and I love that sound. I love that kind of trippiness. I don't know why, but I like the cut up words and yeah.
I know what you mean. Yeah, man. That's a great bit of trivia. Like, you brought the trivia, motherfucker. You schooled me. Yeah, no, and everyone is listening. I like that. That was you are the expert official. OTM.
I have to credit Bok Pages here for the information.
True, man, true.
Bok Pages is it's like that's only what I told you is only a fraction of the information that's out there.
Come.
So
should we run the track?
Yeah.
Introduce it. Run that thing. Sunshine Recorder. Here we go. Back in a sec, guys.
beautiful place. Beautiful place. Beautiful place. Beautiful place.
Yes, Boards of Canada doing what they do best there. Yeah, that's great choice. Actually, Music Has the Right to Children, that was the first one of theirs I ever heard when I was at school. I can't remember who, but someone was just like, oh, check this out. It's a mate of mine. I think his name is Will Skeeping, actually. Not sure if it is him and he ever hears this. Big up, shout out. For basically handing me an album and going, check this, and me just being like, what the fuck is this? I have to say, that doesn't happen to me so much now. I've grown up. Like, when I was a teenager, like, people would hand me shit and I'd be like, what is going on? Like, this is insane.
So which one album was that?
Well, it was Music Has the Right to Children. That's the first book I heard.
Yeah. Because I love Music Has the Right to Children as well. So, but yeah, it's interesting that was the first one. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, because I get completely wrong. That one's off GeoGaddy, isn't it? It's not off. Sorry.
Yeah. I was just obviously I was talking about GeoGaddy because that was off GeoGaddy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. So I was just I said the wrong thing. But yeah, we're gonna play some more OTM now. We gotta do that. We got to coin it. The next track is the neither. That's an actual slash, not the word. It's not someone talking about, the Guns N' Roses guitarist with his big fluffy hair. And so it's by the Black Dog, and it's a good track. Here we go. I'm just gonna run that now. Yes, and we're back. Yeah, what are you going to choose now? That was great. I love that. Yeah, I'm what's your next choice, man?
Astrobotnia, of course.
Ooh, I don't actually know this. Yeah, it's a good name, Astrobotnia. Yeah, it's like, good name. What, you got anything to say about it?
Well, yeah, I just say that I think if it was music made when I first heard this, it was again, it's quite old now. Probably I heard this maybe about 15 years old. I mean, a lot of this stuff is actually pretty old. I mean, some of the Balls of Canada stuff is 20 years old, 25 years old.
Yeah, it's getting on now, isn't it?
So, yeah, anyway, I always thought of Astrobotnia as music made by robots. Yeah, because it really did have that sound. It was so out there, robotic sound, and that's really all I got to say about it. But
go on.
What I thought. Yeah, it's cool. Astrobotnia Part 3 is the album is off.
Oh, cool! I haven't heard this. I haven't even. I don't know if I've heard of them. I'm looking forward to hearing it. The robot music, Thoughts. Yeah, should I play it?
Probably slightly less robotic than the other ones, but anyway,
cool.
give it a listen. Yeah.
All right, mate. Here it comes. Astrobotnia, Thoughts. Yeah, nice. I like that. That's the bottom. My favourite bit is that trippy sample. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
It sounds like a bit like through a radio or like some weird sort of tannoy or something, like a kid or something. It's weird.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty cool though.
We've got some good samples. Yeah, that album actually. I like that whole album. Part 3 is really good.
Cool. So I like to dabble in OTM myself. Definitely. I think it's one thing I do the most, more than anything else, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so we're now gonna play
OTM.
It Was Better, in inverted commas, in the olden days, on Deep Feed 5 by Deep and Beeper. Just interesting factoid about this track. The melody was created interspersing sort of combative, it's not the right word, sort of playing off each other a couple of melodies that are sort of similar but not quite the same. Just cut along so short, it was my modular gear, and it was something called the Turing machine that just it generates stuff, and then you just quantize it and then just select, and you just keep. It's complicated, but it's a great little module. Anyone out there who's a nerd is gonna be like, oh yeah, well. So wang, you know. I was going to say, just started coming in there. Modular pants. But yeah, that's just a joke. So yeah, I'm going to play it, see what Dash thinks, and on the flip side, hopefully he doesn't slag it off. Here's the track. Yes, it was better in the olden days, apparently. Well, I say apparently. It's sort of half a joke. It's half tuned, half not tuned. What did you think, Dandadude, of that?
Yeah, I really liked it. As I said, it kind of reminded me a little bit of Astrobotnia.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, it's out there music. It's
IDM, coined by us.
Music made by a robot, except it's made by you.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, ironically, it was a bit robotic because it's more like the modules sort of play random things, like, and a lot of them sound pants, and like they sound just random. But then every now and then, out comes something, and you're like, "Oh, that is a fucking melody." And you can choose, and you can take it, and you can tweak it by dependent on the settings. Like, add more. I want more notes now, here and there, a couple more, or like less notes, or like I want this just loop like that. So, yeah, it's not like playing something freestyle, like just making up all the notes yourself. It's more like almost like DJing, or like letting something go flow, and then just choosing the bits you like.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm glad you liked it. My favourite thing is the bass line. I love the bass line. Boom,
Yeah, the bass line.
boom. Like, it's just got a nice quality to it as well.
Very important to have good bass.
Oh, do you know, I've mentioned this in another one of these podcasts. Actually, I can't remember what subject or topic or genre, but I just like basses. I mean, you know, in a lot of ways, one of the most important things about any track. It just leads it, doesn't it? And if it's dance music, it's the most important thing almost. Yeah. So anyway, we are moving on a bit. I will let you, Dinesh, have a little. I'll let you have a little chat about what's playing in the background. What is this one?
So basically, this is one of my favourite tracks of all time, and I mean it's such a classic that it's not just my favourite track. It's, you know, you'll hear it on many compilations of all sorts of random artists, musicians. They'll name Xtal or Crystal by Apex Twin as one of their favourite tracks in this genre of music, because it's just a classic, and there's something so ethereal to it, and so, you know, it just sends you off into another universe. So I think it's just incredible, and something about it is just special, and I think it's such a good track that you can hear it on all different speeds. So I like it equally on at 75%. So
that's what we're hearing now, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's what we're hearing now. I was going to say that it's too long to put it on the podcast, but
it's 6 minutes, man. I've played 12. I played a 20-minute tune on the podcast.
Nick, listen.
Sorry.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying the 200. I was just about to say. I like the 200% also. I've even listened to 800%. really slow.
Just become all bass at that point.
I still enjoyed it. I still thought it was great.
Wow, that's slow.
Yeah, it's. But yeah, that's what I was saying. That's too long for this podcast.
That sound like some
20 minutes or half an hour.
What's that like? Sound like a Galapagos turtle on Valium.
Yeah. And ketamine together. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, just a spangled turtle, man. Like, oh.
Spangled.
Anyway, brilliant. Well, yeah. Quickly, I will just note. I was chatting them about recording the podcast about Sex Damn It Works 85-92, the album which this is off, and yeah, I agree with you and everyone else who's into it. It's I love this track, but not specifically this track. I think that album is one of the most ahead of its time, ahead of ever albums. And it's to this day it sounds like it stands up. Like, it's just as good today, and like it doesn't sound dated, which is hard for something, especially written into the end of the 80s. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 88, 92 I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Anyway, sorry to interrupt you there, Dinesh. If anyone actually wants to hear the track, we should shut up because it's now halfway through. So here we go. Like, I'll just let the rest play out and vibe and float. All right, guys, in a bit, and gals. Yeah. Wait. I said we're back.
Okay, we are back. Sorry. Hello again.
Hello from from a different time altogether. We are not live. This is a different time, but the same place. Well, hang on, I'm confused. I'm confusing myself. By talking nonsense. But yeah, let's move on to my next choice, which is my choice again. Yeah, this is Le Old School. Spelled Le, like French. O-L, School with a K, by Machine Drum. And it's on Mew 20 years of Planet Mew music. So, yeah, it's a good track, actually. Do you know this one, Dash?
I don't, you know.
Cool. I'm going to announce that... I'm going to just point out, I'm not massively familiar with this track. I actually was looking around for stuff to play today, and I came across it, and I was like, wow, that's cool. So it's not like I know it back to front. In fact, I hardly, but it's a great track. So yeah, we'll play it. You can check it, and I will play it now. Shall I? God, do you like doing those little high pitched bits sometimes? I don't know why. Yeah, cool. Here's the track. We'll be back in a sec. Yeah, so we're back. That's cool. I love that old school. It's like old school rave music, isn't it?
Yeah, I love my old school rave. You know, I think I like it even more than you, Nick. And
yeah, that's true.
I'm a massive old school fan because I was just about to say was that interestingly enough, Luke Vibert, who's also from the sort of Cornwall Aphex Twin sort of side crew, you know, he's done stuff on Warp Records, I think, and maybe Ninja Tunes and stuff. But yeah, Luke Vibert's really cool. He's done a bunch of different stuff. But anyway, getting to the point, he's brought a couple new albums out, and they're old school based. So he's got one called let me just find it. Yeah, Luke Vibert. Here we go. He's got presents rave hop. So he's got
a good name.
And it's basically literally what it is. It's rave with a hip hop beat.
Oh, cool, man.
And that came out in 2020, and he did another one in 2020, which was Luke Vibert presents modern rave.
Oh,
and it's another rave, old school rave album, but with a bit more with his twist on things, you know.
That sounds interesting, man.
Yeah, they're both really good, and I was thinking, maybe I should have picked a track, but I didn't really get a chance.
Well,
I mean, you know,
you can only fit so many in.
Yeah. I mean, maybe another time, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, come back. We're doing. Next time's gonna be called ODM. We coined the phrase, motherfucker. So, mate, what's your next choice then?
I think I could choose Clock. Can I do Clock?
Yeah.
Let me have a look. Yeah, because I've got
the Pining Part 2. I'm just running that now. It's running now. Be quick, because it's running. You don't want to talk over it, do you?
Okay, do it.
I'm being a cock. No, I'm playing it, but like but like what? Yeah, you were just quickly saying we couldn't choose between the. I like the first one better, Pining. You said you couldn't choose between the first and the second one.
Yeah, I did decide in the end, Part 2.
So I can't. Here it is. Sorry to cut you off there. I was just, we've only got so much time going on. We're back in a sec, guys. Here's Clark with The Pining, Part 2. Yes, we're back. That is a tune. Weirdly, talking about that just now with you in the break there, while it was playing, was, I was like, I thought that was part 1. I don't know, in my head, they're both good. Slightly confused with each other. But yeah, Clark's great.
There's part 3 as well, isn't there? There's part 1.
Oh, yeah, I think so. I'm not sure I actually know part 3 now, weirdly. I might have to check that out afterwards.
Maybe I'm confused.
No, I think there are 3. I don't know. Right, I don't know. I have to look into that. But yeah, we can do the research later. The first 2 are definitely really good. So I was going to play. I want to fit 2 more tracks in my choice, and you can play us out. I was thinking of Untitled by Polygon Window, but it's a bit longer than the other track I'm going to play instead.
Ooh. I like Polygon Window.
I love it. It's good too. Especially that track is my favourite one. But instead, I'm going to play something by Two Lone Swordsmen.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and it is this shorter, quite cool, really deep, trippy guitar noise tune. It's not the worst I've looked, just the most I've ever cared. Which weirdly, I can't get. It's one of those weird things that I struggle to get my head around what the hell they're talking about. I mean, I do understand, sort of, but it's one of those things. It's like I'm dyslexic. I've got a blind spot. Like when I'm trying to calculate the logic of the sentence, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, and I'm sure you don't either.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I'm just being straight up. Telling you how it is, but about my mind flow. Anyway, it's let's play that, and then we're gonna Dandadude is gonna play us out. Here we go. Hello, ladies and gals, listeners out there in the listenerverse. It's 5D and Dandadude, Damage, Danesh. So we've been playing some tracks. We've been chatting about what we now call OTM, out there music. Generally the sort of warpy vibe, sort of initiated. I don't know. Do you know what? Everyone and me credit Aphex Twin as sort of being the daddy of it all. But there must have been some other people sort of a bit before him, maybe. There must have been. He must have had the influences. Do you think?
Yeah. I mean,
he did break the entire mold entirely.
I tell you what, before sort of this, there was industrial music. Yeah, and they had Cabaret Voltaire and what's his name, Throbbing Gristle, and that was fucking out there. Yeah, and that was I would say a massive. That was really out there music, and it was. Just when synths were getting started, and you got
to take them to that. I mean, it's like when it's like when people invented music instruments. Music.
there's always been weird music around, I guess.
That's true. It's like when people when a new instrument gets invented, someone's going to take it to the limit until it breaks, you know, aren't they?
Yeah. And
like Jimi Hendrix with a guitar or something, you know?
Yeah. But I do think music kind of evolved with the evolution of synths and, you know, instruments, music.
Well, even if it's technology making it easier to record music, not synths creating the sound itself, it still helps, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like more tracks in your sequence.
But you know how everything at one point sounded similar in the 80s. Everyone was using those drums. And 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 then the acid house movement. That was all like 303, rolling 303, I think it was. That was mainly the sound from acid house. So they have massive influences, obviously, in the sounds of a certain era. Anyway, so
mate, no, Danish, it's been great having you. We're running out of time. Thanks, man, for coming on. Really love it, and I love just your knowledge and your outlook on the stuff. And obviously, OTM is our little. We both love it, don't we? So.
And you're the man with the skills, the production, and the all-round skills and creativity, and check my stuff out if you fancy it. deepandbeeper.co.uk.
Yeah. So cool, man. Well, do you want to introduce the last track and then we'll see?
Okay. Yeah. So another how would I call it? A band or DJ, or how do you call them? A group. Plaid. I used to be very into back in the day when I was getting into Warp. They have a great few albums out, but this is one of their more modern albums. Actually, not maybe in the last 6 years, I think. Anyway, it's called Matin Lunaire by Plaid.
All right, mate. Well, I'm gonna play
See what you guys think.
Yeah. That's the way. I'm gonna play it. And then because I completely forgot, we both simultaneously chose a track, so I'm gonna just play that afterwards without us even talking. Just play called Sunshine Recorder. No, it's not. Dickhead Maneuver there. Sorry, The Colour of the Fire by Boards of Canada. That's the one.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'll just stick that on the end, just because it's it.
They're one of the, my favorite.
I love you.
Good way to end it.
Yeah, in case you think I'm mental just then, you'll now know what I'm talking about. So anyway, do you want to say goodbye, Danesh?
Yeah, big love to everyone listening, and keep it strong,
Out there, music. Keep it
out
OTM.
there. Yeah, out there. Keep it out there.
I've been going on about that all the time. All right, cool, guys. That leaves me just to say goodbye and tune in next week. It's the first and one, I think, actually, where it's not purely about music. I've got my good friend Nat and label boss man with us. We're going to talk about mental health and neurodiversity, mainly because he champions that and he works in that arena, and he's also my good friend and manager and stuff. And I also think it's important to talk about that stuff. So I'll just leave you with the tracks. Bye, Danish. Bye, everyone. All right, bye.
Beautiful